Join me starting tomorrow, Saturday, February the 1st, as I debut my newest series, Cutters What If MLB. Taking a look at all 30 MLB franchises and their biggest missed opportunities not getting to a World Series final and trying to get to a World Series final. You'll see teams that fell at the hurdle of the wild card round, teams that fell at the hurdle of the LCS, and lots of baseball stories galore. And heck, we'll even talk about some teams that don't kind of exist. 34 baseball stories, 34 wonderful channels of grief to all baseball fans. Don't forget, 2 videos every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday, 1 every weekday. So don't miss the first 2 episodes tomorrow. Uploads will be set for 2 and 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time each day. Well, on Saturday and Sundays, and Monday to Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, unless otherwise stated. And Thursdays are probably going to be at 9:30 or 10 o'clock due to ball hockey. But regardless of that, join me for Cutters What If MLB starting tomorrow, Saturday, February the 1st, 2025. And now on to your future presentation. Hey there, Heather. Hello, there's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another PC Replay Baseball Section 2 of the 64 team tournament. Of course, it doesn't allow you to do 64 teams in one tournament at first. It only allows you 32. So one group of 32 has been done, and now the next group of 32. We've had 5 sweeps. The 55 Yankees did it to the 05 Rangers. The 77 Yankees did it to the 69 Cubs. The 80 Phillies did it to the 60 Braves. The 1908 Cubs did it to the 1969 Astros. And the 1977 Reds did it to the 77 Royals. We do have 4 series at 2-2, meaning that there is a game 6 in those series automatically tomorrow. The 1920 Indians against the 1953 Yankees, the 1947 Indians against the 1930 Senators, the 1979 Orioles versus the 2016 Cubs, and the 1985 Dodgers versus the 1961 Giants. So those series will at least go to game 6. They won't end today, but there can be 7 series ending today. The 41 Dodgers could take care of the 05 Cardinals. The 1911 A's could take care of the 1930 Cubs. The 1985 Blue Jays could take care of the 2005 Indians. The 1912 Red Sox could take care of the 1908 Indians. The 1993 White Sox could take care of the 1941 Boston Red Sox. The 1960 Pirates could take care of the 1990 A's, and the 1947 Yankees can take care of the 1961 Yankees. We will have 2 of those games for you right now. Our first game is in Brooklyn as the 2005 Cardinals take on the 41 Dodgers. The Cardinals, going with this lineup, Scott Siebel, my Turkus. No one's really doing anything. Why is Scott Rowland not playing that many games? Scott Rowland's an icon. Brooklyn. You got that lineup. Alex Camporis. I don't know. I'm going to go for Ogie Gallon, former Cub legend at the age.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise and please sing.
Replay Radio is live from Brooklyn.
Live from Ebbets
Top
Field.
of the first.
Brooklyn with Life magazine's picture of what Ebbets Field looked like in 1941. Kirby Higbee, 26 years old, 22 wins in real life. He pitched 82 thirds innings with a no decision last time. David Eckstein, the 30-year-old shortstop, 5 for 18, 2 RBIs. Leads off. And he hits it to Pee Wee, who got some.
1 out, bases empty.
Jim Edmonds, 34-year-old center fielder with those spectacular catches. He's got a home run and 4 RBIs. He leads the Cardinals in RBIs. You can catch, it won't happen. Pete Reiser somehow makes the first
2 outs, bases empty.
And Albert Pujols, the icon, who, in 2001 shot up the world as a great rookie, and then 5 years later, 25 years old, great hitter, and cover boy of MVP Baseball 2005, which was always my PS2 baseball go-to. And he will strike out. So Hickey gets the win.
It's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the first.
On the first, Chris Carpenter, 30 years old, former Blue Jays star pitcher, 21 wins in that season. If I think of him in a Cardinals outfit, 6 years later in 2011, he pitched that complete game shutout against Houston that got St. Louis to be the wildcard team after Atlanta faltered. Pee Wee Reese, the captain of the team, the shortstop, the 22-year-old spark plug, 2 for 14 this series. Sachin, he strikes out.
1 out, bases empty.
Bases empty for Babe Herman, 4 for 16, 2 RBIs, 31 years old. And he flies to center.
2 outs, bases empty.
That's for Pete Reiser, 5 RBIs, 22 years old, got hit in the head. Was it 1941 or was it 1942? He got hit in the head, and then he was the first guy credited with a batting cap, the batting helmet. And he grounds out X9 to Pujols.
And just like that, the inning's over. Top of the second.
Top of the second for Yadi Molina, the catcher at 22. Bet you won't forget about him the next 5 years. He was a straight edge catcher in the 2010s. About the Herman, he's out.
One out, bases empty.
Mark Grudzielanek, 9 for 17 with an RBI, 34 years old, former Expo. Rounds out, Higbee flips it to Camille, 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
For Scott Rowland, I'm surprised that they didn't put Scott Rowland in as many games. Well, he's 30 years old, but yeah, Scott Rowland's a great player. And Medwick makes the catch.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Baby. I'm gonna make you mine.
Bottom of the second.
On to the second. Joe Medwick, 4 for 18 with 4 RBIs, 29 years old, former member of the Gas House Gang, makes 3 for Cardinals. Deep fly, but Cedeno makes the catch. 1 out.
1 out, bases empty.
Cookie Lavagetto, 5 for 16, 28 years old. He grounds out Carpenter. Rules. There you go.
2 outs, bases empty.
Now Dolph Camilli, 2 for 16, age 34, 34 home runs. He batted as many home runs as his age. That's unusual. And he strikes out.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
3 down.
Top of the third.
Top of the third. Roger Cedeno, 1 for 4. He's only played 30 years old. He went on to the Mets. Oh no, he was at Met in 99. And he takes a walk. So that's a big walk. 9K. Ooh.
No outs, man on first.
Or is that bad? He's going to steal, and he's going to get a 4-2, and he's going to be caught.
1 out, bases empty.
Mickey Owens saw that coming. So Takuchi, 3 for 16, 35 years old. Surprised he got him from Japan so old. Deep fly, but next catch, 2 down. And Medwick, a former
2 outs, bases empty.
And you got Abe Nunez, third base, 2 for 14 at 29. It's set to Medwick, who will make the catch.
No runs, no hits, and none left on. Bottom of the third.
On the third, the bottom of Brooklyn's lineup. Ogie Gallen, 18 games at age 29. He's up, and he will ground out. Carpenter flips it to Pujols, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
There's Mickey Owen, 1 for 12, 2 RBIs. We'll talk about him more in the Cutters baseball stories in the top of 6. 25 years old. Rare play. Is it an odd number? No. Owen will have to hustle down the base path, but he's got a 2, so it looks like he might be out. No, it's not. You have 50% chance of a hit.
1 out, man on first.
Squad. Here's Dixie Walker. 7 RBIs by the number 9 batter here. 5 for 15, 2 moments, 7 RBIs, 30 years old. And he will take 2 balls outside.
1 out, man on first.
Now the question is, can he do something else? Round ball to first, and they'll get the lead runner at second. Not a bad idea. Can't get the double play, just get
2
the
outs,
runner.
man on first.
Here's Pee Wee. And that's a triple. Pee Wee Reese doing his job. He's got that triple.
2 outs, men on third.
Brooklyn's got something cooking. Here's Babe Herman. And rebounds. 2-0 Brooklyn. Everybody's like, what the fuck?
2 outs, men on first.
What the fuck? Here's Reiser. And he's thinking something's going on with this team. Everyone's like, they can get these
2
guys.
outs, men on first and second.
But not so fast. There's Medwick. He grounds out. Carpenter finally gets out of the mess, but Brooklyn
2 runs,
gets
4
4
hits,
on
and
the
2
board.
left on. Top of the fourth.
2-0. Back to the top of the order. And a ground ball out.
1 out, bases empty.
Clemens. And he singles, so there goes the no-hitter. Well,
1 out,
I mean,
men on first.
anything after 5 innings, you gotta watch for the no-hitter. Here's Pujols. And he gets a base hit. So now, things are cooking for the Cardies.
1 out, men on first and second.
Here's Molina. Lines out to right field. As a cat is swatting me.
2 outs, men on first and second.
She's got some strong SWAT skills. And it's a hit to left field. Reiser's got a 5, so I don't think he can get anything other than a single. Yeah, so Reiser was not.
2 outs,
Now the
bases
bases are
loaded.
juiced for Scott Rowland. Can he prove how good he really is? No, he can't. And Higby does a good job
No
against
runs,
the Cardinals.
3 hits, and 3
Nothing.
left on.
You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth, Cookie will go first. Anything you get in it? The game is a team, so Cookie might push you over. Safely gets to second base.
No outs, men on second.
And now comes Molina. Looking drive to left, Cedeno will not be able to make it. It's a single. And Cookie scores!
No outs, men on first.
Here's Gallen. Round ball the third, Nunez will get the 1 out, but not the second out. Sometimes
1 out,
it's
man on
good,
first.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's good. Here's Owen. Fly ball to the left, nice catch it. Gallen doesn't move. Obviously,
outs,
when
man
you
on
fly out
first.
to the outfield with a runner on first, you can't go second. Unless you're really speedy. Line drive to left, and that'll drop. Base hit for Dixon. Gallen for third. And that's really cooking. That's going to be game.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Back to the top order for Reese, and that's going to be it. And I think it's going to be Reyes? Yes. Al Reyes is going to come in. Anthony Reyes, excuse me. 2 innings of work. He's given up 4 runs, but you never know what could happen. Leaping catch. Good thing that he was a righty. If it was a lefty, that would
1
have
run,
made it
3
4-0
hits,
Brooks.
and 2 left on.
3-0
Top of the
Dodgers
fifth.
after 4. After 4. So Daniel, nice catch by Myrick.
1 out, bases empty.
Taguchi. Hit the short and out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Nunez, fouls out.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
You're gonna make you mine.
Bottom of the fifth.
Bottom of the fifth coming up. Reyes will pitch to Herman. And he flies to center.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Reiser. That goes to the left field corner, so that's a big hit for him.
1 out, man on second.
Here's Medway. He goes up to the Reiser will score.
1 out, man on first.
And a nice catch by the right here by X9.
2 outs, man on first.
Millie. Dribble to the catcher, he's out.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Top of the 6th.
On to the 6th. 4-0 Brooklyn. Oops. You know what I was going to do. I was going to do my baseball stories.
1 out, bases empty.
We'll wait till the bottom. Edmonds, moving towards the left field. Medved will not be able to catch it.
1 out, men on first.
There's Pools. He lines out to right field.
2 outs, men on first.
Olina takes a walk.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Kuslanic. That's a base hit. So the bases are loaded. Now the question is, did Owen botch it? No, he didn't. A 6-2. Well, that's a pretty high number.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Now rolling. Second time. He takes a bases loaded walk. It is an RBI.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Yeah, bases are now loaded for Cedeno. It's a Medwick, and fortunately he can make the catch. The bases are left.
1 run, 2 hits, and 3 left
I think
on.
we probably would have been taken out.
Bottom of the 6th.
Anyways, time for Cutters Baseball Stories. Now, we don't really have much on the 2005 Cardinals because, well, 2005 Cardinals did want to defend their National League title, and Albert Pujols was on the cover of MVP Baseball 2005, which was a great game, but I think Major League Baseball whined and all that, saying, no, we need to do MLB The Show and all that. MVP Baseball was great. It had great jerseys, and it had some retro stadiums like Tiger Stadium and I think Griffith Stadium, was it? Well, classic Fenway. It had the Polo Grounds. Yeah, I love that game to death, man. Regardless of that, yeah. The Cardinals did go to the LCS against Houston, and Houston got revenge for what happened in 2004 in the NLCS. So they got revenge winning in 2005. But the Brooklyn Dodgers, the 41 team that looked pretty decent and all that, Pee-wee Reese was coming in his own. The team actually, Game 4 was when everything turned at Ebbets Field. The Dodgers were 1 out away from tying the series with the Yankees 2-2 and maybe giving them credibility. But on a pitch to Tommy Heinrich, Hugh Casey threw a splitter down low, which Mickey Owen could not corral. And under the rules of baseball, Heinrich swung and missed strike 3, but you have to cleanly catch the ball or practically catch the ball and throw it to first base to complete the out for that to happen. Unfortunately, Owen bobbled it. Heinrich got on first base, and then all of a sudden the Yankees batted around, won that game, and won the series in 5. Mickey Owen would not let it down. And years later, Mickey Owen would actually defect to the Mexican League, but then came back years later. Now you know. Here's Ogie.
No outs, men on first.
Owen. One strike out.
1 out, men on first.
Here's Dixie. I think that's the
1 out, men on first and third.
Yep, that's the end of his day. Pee-wee Reese is going to come in, and it will be Ray King who will come in the pitch. 77 games. Surprised he hasn't played one of them. He strikes out Pee-wee.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Sorry, buddy. And Herman, that was in the corner. One will score. 2? Yes. Hey, Herman with 2 goals.
He now has 3 RBIs.
3 RBIs
today.
for Herman today. He had 2
outs,
coming
man on
today,
second.
3 today. So Herman he had 2 in the first 3 games, but 3 today. 6-1. And here comes Reiser. Strike 3, but Brooklyn adds 2 runs and a chance to sweep those
2 runs, 2
beat the
hits,
05
and
Cardinals
1 left on.
in 5 games. I don't know
Top
which
of the
game St.
seventh.
Louis won, but yeah. Top of the seventh. There's a better pitcher. Tylo and the Schaefer sign. Here comes Suguchi. Suguchi. Grounds to short. Got her. 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Is that Jackie Robinson, number 42? Here's Nunez. To Pee Wee. Ooh, possible error. It's not. We haven't seen an error in a TV match for a while.
2 outs, bases empty.
Well, lucky. Here's X9. And he grounds out Higby to Camille. So Higby
It's a
having
1,
a few
2, 3
hiccup
inning.
innings, but we're not worried.
Bottom of the seventh.
Yeah, the 2005 Cardinals won the division. The 41 Dodgers won the NL. Back when you had to win
1 out,
the
bases
National
empty.
League to go to the World Series. Strikeout on Medwick. Cookie will single.
1 out, man on first.
Here's Camille. Strike 3.
2 outs, man on first.
Here's Gallen. Hit to Nunez. Yeah.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the eighth.
Top of the eighth for Edmonds. Ball 4. Now the question is, how long do you keep Higby?
No outs, man on first.
His action is a 4-2. Oh, lucky.
No outs, man on first.
Because, you had pass ball, wild ball pitches. Pujols. Rounds out, Higby flips it to first. Allows Edmonds to get to second. Boost check time. And it's higher, so are they going to keep him?
1 out, man on second.
I probably would. Here's Molina. Edmonds to left field, but it's 6-2. I think now you might as well just yank him now.
1 out, man on second.
He gets a big double. Yeah, you're gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna yank him now, and it will be Fat Freddie Fitzsimmons who will come in to pitch. 12 games, 6-1 at age 39. And he gets Cookie to line to third. Molina can't move.
2 outs, man on second.
Here's Roland. Ground out the first. Stomps on first base.
1 run, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the eighth.
62, and now we're going to come over. I actually think that they should.
No outs, man on second.
And Ray King is going to be gone. And it will be Kel Eldred. They just picked a name. Kel Eldred will come in. 37 years old. He was a former starter. So yeah, Owen, Dixie Walker. They don't really need him. They're going to go with Tommy Tatum, 21 years old. He's going to 0 for 3. He's going to hit. And he flies to center. Owen will hold.
1 out, man on
They
second.
don't need Dixie Walker. Kiwi Reese, yeah, 4 runs, they might as well. Fly ball to the left, Sedana makes the catch, 2 down.
2 outs, man on second.
Babe Herman. Babe Herman plays second. Billy Herman. I call him Babe Herman. Whoops, because of B. Herman. Billy Herman. They don't need him. So Busman, he's 0 for 4 in this series at 31 years old. Comes up, dribbler to the catcher, he's out. So might as well put those guys in.
No runs,
62
1 hit,
Brooklyn.
and 1 left on. Top of the ninth.
Second base must be taken over by someone, and it will be nice guys finish last. Leo Garosha at 35 years old. Right field will be taken over by Wasdell. And now you got Roger Cedeno. They're going to go with John Mabry, who is 1 for 12. Maybe 1 for 12, but you need hits. They said by Mabry. Now you got Sota Gucci.
No outs, man on first.
They're going to probably yank him. And it will be... Yeah, it would be Seedbowl. Scott Seedbowl, 2 for 13, but you need him. And a leaping catch by Pee-wee, 1 down.
1 out, man on first.
Nunez. Nope, now they're going to go with Reggie Sanders. I'm surprised they didn't put him in the lineup. 21 home runs, 37. Now the shortstop, that will do it. 6-4 for the man to catching. Good night. Nurse
wins the game.
the
Until next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
the 5 corners are you're right. Yes, 33. So you're right. Nice job by Hickory the Carpenter, and he's named MVP. Brooklyn wins in 5. So yeah, we can head to Cleveland, right? Is it Cleveland? What's a 3-win series? That's Oakland, right? It's 1908 Cleveland. Why do I? Oh, there we go. I see it, Cleveland. I'm like, Cleveland had one of those. So it's the battle of the old timers, 1912 versus 1908. Boston. Yeah, I'll go with that. Cleveland. They're gonna go with pairing at DH.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise and please sing as John Kiley.
Replay Radio is live from Cleveland.
League Park.
Top of the first.
League Park in Cleveland. It's the 1912 Red Sox against the 1908 Indians. And as you can see, Boston has a chance to take out the 1908 Pride. Heine Berger, 13-8 in real life, 26 years old. He's the 4th starter for Cleveland. He will pitch against Harry Hooper, 0 for 13 at 26 years old. Fly ball, Birmingham makes the catch, 1 down.
1 out, base is empty.
The League Park was the big park before Cleveland Municipal. Here's Steve Yerkes, 3 RBIs in 24 games. And he's
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's True Speaker, 24 years old, 10 home runs. Well, home runs were not a preview back before 1920. But Tris Speaker was a great Red Sox before he was an Indian. And he lights out.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the first.
Bottom of the first, Josh Clark. I keep thinking Josh Clark's from Canada. He's from Kansas. Okay, my fault. Anyway, Ray Collins, 13-8 as a 25-year-old. He has not pitched, so Boston's going to 4-man rotation too. Yeah, wait a minute. He's pitched in game 5. Is it a 5-man rotation? Well, anyway, Josh Clark comes up. 29 years old. Hit to Yerkes. He out. No one's really hitting well for the
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Bill Bradley. 2 for 16, 2 RBIs at age 30. Chopper to second. Chopper. But he's out.
2 outs, base is empty.
Anyway, Terry Turner, 1 at bat at 27. He needs to hit. He doesn't. He flies out the Speaker. 3 at 3 down.
And just like that, the inning's over. Top of the second.
And now Duffy Lewis, 6 RBIs. He of the Duffy's Cliff, Boston, what Boston named their left field deterrent before the Green Monster. 4 years old. He flies to Birmingham in center field.
1 out, base is empty.
Larry Gardner, 6 for 16, 2 RBIs at 26. And he hits a base hit.
1 out, man on first.
Jake Stahl, 2 for 14, 2 RBIs. Pretty good player at age 33. Gardner might steal. Nope. No.
1 out, man on first.
Stahl hits the shortstop. They'll get the lead runner, but not the runner at first. Let's see
2
how
outs,
that
man
works.
on first.
Now you got Heine Wagner. 6 for 15 with an RBI at 33. And he lines out, so Booker does his job.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the second.
On the second, Nap Schwab, the player manager, the second base icon of Cleveland, who famously left Philadelphia before the Cleveland organization. He was banned for playing games in Pennsylvania. At age 23, spinning. Blue Devils.
No outs, man on second. The defense is
George
playing in
Perrin,
at the
3
corners.
RBIs. He has the most RBIs by any Cleveland guy, 3 for 11. 23 years old. Hit to Garner, and LaJoie will have to hold because Garner looks him back
One
saying,
out, man on
stay the
second.
hell away from third base. Nick Clark, I think he's Canadian. I know you from Amherstburg, southwestern Ontario, by Windsor. First at bat for him, 25 years old. This is the center. And yeah, I know the name's
2 outs,
stupid and I
man
should
on
not have
second.
said it, but it's unfortunately as pronounced. But anyway, George Stovall, 1 for 14 with an RBI. I think his only hit was an RBI, 30 years old. And he will line out to right, so Cleveland can't get their job.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
Brooklyn, Cleveland.
Top of the third.
The background pick. That has to be 1920 because Brooklyn did not have an American League team. Yeah, so Brooklyn, Cleveland. This was the 1920 World Series. Anyway, here's Hick Caddy, the catcher, 5 for 14, 3 RBIs. At 26.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Pinch Thomas, 0 for 3 at 24 years old. And he pops up, Bradley makes the catch.
2 outs, base is empty.
And there's Hooper. Hooper will hit at the first base, and he's out. So Hooper just can't get anything going. Other than him,
An easy inning to score. 1,
Boston's
2, 3.
doing quite well.
Bottom of the third.
They want to beat Cleveland and make it to the next round. Pinchman, fly out.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Joe Brigham, the center fielder.
1 out, man on first.
Pinchman, 1883, so he would be 25. Birmingham wants to steal.
1 out,
And he
man on
doesn't.
first.
Clark, they've been catched by the second baseman.
2 outs, man on first.
Here's Bradley. He fly to left, and nice catch by Lewis.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the fourth.
There's the lead card, the area shot, if you will. Aerial shot of League Park. Here's Yerkes, and he gets a single, but this Clark bobbles. No.
No outs, man on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Speaker. He singles, but does Birmingham make an error? It's the second time we're looking at an error. This time it is an error rating. Trish, the second, Yerkes the third. It is a single and an E8.
No outs, men on second and
moving
third.
them up. First up to Lewis. Can he get an RBI?
1 out, men on second and third. They've brought the infield in.
Harry Garner. We're going to intentionally walk him to get the stall. Maybe it's a
1 out,
fixed. He
base is
batting
loaded.
133. With the second base, possible error. Joshua doesn't make the error. They got the runner at second. And the RBI
2 outs, men on first and third.
Here's Wagner. It's a henchman. Gone.
1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the fourth.
Turn.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Yo, 6-4. The plus. I'll steal attempt. Nope. He out.
1 out, base is empty.
So Turner took a walk, but he couldn't do it. Runner, the first stall probably would have had to double play.
2 outs, base is empty.
Herring. Triple. Wait. getting rid of Turner was the best option because that could have been an RBI.
2 outs, men on third.
He does lead in RBIs. Nick Clark. And he grounds out. Oy. Cleveland thought they had the time.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
I thought we would have
Top
seen
of
the
the
first
fifth.
run of the game, but it was wrong. Here's Caddy. Line out to second.
1 out, bases empty.
Pitch Thomas. Line out to center.
2 outs, bases empty.
There's Hooper. And he flies out, so he did his job.
And just like that, the inning's over. Bottom of the fifth.
Pitcher stool, but remember, this is different. And a double by Stovall. Trying his best.
No outs, man on second. The defense is playing in at the corners. He's going to lay down a bunt.
Might as well bunt. Gardner sees this and catches it before it falls to the turf.
1 out, man on second.
Here's Bernie up. We drive to center, and is it a catch? Speaker's a 5. Yes, he is.
2 outs, man on second.
Now you got Clark. Josh Clark. No relation. Deep fly to left, and Cleveland still can't get that magical.
No runs,
run across the
1
field.
hit, and 1 left on.
That's it.
Top of the sixth.
Here's Yurts. Had they hit the right field, Turner's at 2, so that could be a chance for extra bases. Yes. It's a double. And it's... Nope, it's a double. I thought that'd be a
No
triple.
outs, man on second.
Yep.
The defense is playing in at the corners.
Burger might go long time. Speaker. That's it. It's a short. Somehow it snuck past Hinchman. Somehow. And York scores. 2-0 Cleveland.
No outs, man on first.
Looks against
The
the
defense
franchise
is playing
that
in at the
would
corners.
be a legend for a demi-go. Got caught stealing. Ow.
1 out, base is empty.
Speaker, you need to poop. Here's Lewis. Remember the short? Yeah, I think it would have been a DP. Definitely would have been.
2 outs, base is empty.
Gardner. And he lines out to center, so Boston does get a run to make it 2-0.
1 run, 2 hits, and none left
Berger,
on.
I mean, we might as well try.
Bottom of the sixth.
You have nothing to lose. Bradley.
No outs, man on first.
Turner. A rare play. Nope, it's a dribbler, but Turner's a 5, so only one number can fuck him up. They're trying to retire the runner from first, and it doesn't work. First and second.
No outs, men on first and second.
Finally
The
gets
defense
a
is
hit.
playing in at the corners.
Finally.
He's going to lay
Here's
down a
Ross.
bunt.
He knows his bunts. He knows his bunts. Katie will get him at first, so it's second and third. Pairing can do damage.
1 out, men on second and third.
And he flies to center. Bradley scores. Pairing gets scored by the eye. 2-1.
2 outs, man on second.
Here's Clark. Catcher Clark. And he flies out. But Cleveland does get that run.
1 run, 2
Boston's up
hits,
2-1.
and 1 left on.
Oh, yeah.
Top of the seventh.
Guess you forgot to do. Well, we're back to the Brooklyn. Back to doing Cutter baseball stories. So let's talk about the 1908 Cleveland Indians. Great job by that franchise. Cleveland, Chicago, and Detroit were in a 3-way horse race. Let me just. Give you the American League standings. They're the National League. Oh, cool. So, yeah, you got yourself the Tigers, the Guardians, and the White Sox, 1908 Major Leagues. Yeah, they were a 3-team horse race. Cleveland had a chance on the final day to do something about it, but didn't, and the Tigers beat them by half a game. Tigers won their last game. That meant they were the AL champion and would face the Cubs in the World Series. Cleveland, Addie Joss took on, was it Ed Walsh of the White Sox? It was a pitcher's duel, and Walsh beat Joss and then ruined Cleveland's chances to win the division, win the league. I think so. But anyway, yeah. So that's what happened for Cleveland. And now let's take a look at the 1912 World Series because that's where the White Sox, the Red Sox stuff happened and all that. Well, Boston won game one. Game two was finished after 11 innings because of darkness. So, yeah, it was about darkness. Night baseball would not be a regular fixture for 2 decades. The Giants won 2-1 in Boston for game two in game three. Game four was Boston winning 3-1 at Busch Stadium instead of Bonos. Boston won. Boston would win game five 2-1. And Boston now we're up 3 games to 1. All they needed to do was win game six, which the Giants forgot to do it, winning 5-2. And then game seven saw the Giants crush Boston 11-4. All right. Anyway, we had great game eight. The location of this game was determined by coin flip, which Boston won. There was a half capacity crowd at Fenway because of scheduled at the last minute as a makeup for game two, and there were rumors of the game being fixed, and the Royal Rooters boycott because their seats were double sold. Anyway, the Giants were up 1-0 thanks to a double by Murray. And then Boston would score in the bottom of the seventh as Hendrickson pinch hit for the pitcher and doubled to left. It was 1-1 till the top of the 10th when an RBI single happened by Merkel to make it 2-1. Fred Merkel trying to get redeemed and all that. Anyway, Clyde Engel, who pinch hit for the pitcher, Smokey Joe Wood, led off with an easy fly ball to Fred Snodgrass. He just needed to catch it, but he dropped the ball and Engel reached second base. So, anyway, Huber did fly out to center, and Snodgrass made a fine running catch to kind of make up for it. Engel got to third base. Yerkes was walked by Christy Mathewson, putting the winning run on base. Tris Speaker lifted a foul pop on the first base side, but Merkel, Matheson, and Myers allowed the ball to fall untouched in foul territory. People said that the Red Sox bench jockeys, the people on the bench, disrupted the players' timing. Anyway, Mathewson couldn't reach the ball, so he told Chief Myers to get the ball, even though Merkel was closer. Anyway, Speaker singled to score Engel to tie it at 2. Yerkes got to third base. Mathewson walked Lewis intentionally to load the bases, but Larry Gardner flied deep enough for a sac fly, and the Red Sox won the World Series. Snodgrass' error was a $30,000 muff because it was the difference in winning and losing shares. Anyway, yeah. So that was just humongous and all that. Yeah, I think that, yeah, Snodgrass. Mistake. 1912 World Series. However, what John McGraw did not, the manager did not blame Snodgrass for the loss. Nevertheless, John McGraw did raise Snodgrass' salary by $1,000, so that was amazing what he did. Anyway, Berger to Stahl. He strikes out. No, because he got
One out, bases empty.
The first game got pretty much nothing to lose. And a nice catch by Hinchman. 1 now. 2
Two
now.
outs, bases empty.
Oh, that was 1 now. That's what I thought. Here's Katie. That was to the corner, and I think that's going to be the end of Berger. It's a close game. Now you got to
2 outs,
Pinch
man on
Thomas
second.
is not a good hitter, but you don't want to fuck up. So it's going to be Jack Graney, the Canadian. That's Jack Graney from Canada. Bet you didn't know that. Jack Graney from St. Thomas, Ontario. Another southwestern Ontario guy. But anyway, Jack Graney, who went on to become the first major baseball player who would turn out to be a great baseball commentator on the radio. Anyway, 21 years old. He pitches to Pinch Thomas. I think Graney became a hitter. And a base hit by Pinch. Katie might go home. Nope. Better not. Because he's
2
as
outs,
speed as
men
a
on
tree.
first and third.
Now the question is, do you walk Cooper to face Yerks? No way. Cooper's 0 for 16. That plan worked.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
Oh yeah, we have to go quickly. Stovall will fly to right. We have to go quickly because the rules of thumb.
1 out, bases empty.
The ball game is in a triple by Pinchman. So now, Ray Collins. Now the question on my mind is, do you
1 out, man on third.
let Birmingham?
They brought the infield in.
Ray Collins is going to stay in the game. Can you get Birmingham? Fly by the left. Pinchman is not going to go. That's too
2
short.
outs, man on third.
We got Josh Clark. Collins is going to stay in. And it works. The plan worked. Cleveland cannot get the
No
tying
runs,
run
1 hit,
90 feet
and
away.
1 left on.
So
Top of the
Collins
8th.
gets himself out of this mess. Here's Yerks. Yeah, Grady, I think, went to be an outfielder. And a double by Yerks. Yeah, I think that Jack
No outs,
Grady
man on
became an
second.
outfielder.
The defense is playing in at the corners.
Yeah, I think he's a hitter, too. Yeah, possession was a pitcher. Oh, I thought he was a hitter. Anyway, here's Speaker. Lies out to center. Yerks will hold.
1 out, man on second.
Not gonna make a move. Here's Duffy. Hits the henchman. He's out at first. Yerks will hold. 'Cause
2 outs,
henchman
man on
looks him
second.
back, saying, "Don't you dare." Here's Gardner. And he walks first and second. Walks stall to get to Wagner. No way.
2 outs, men on first and second.
No, they're saying don't block him. Brutal mistake. Stahl hits a double, and it's a 2 RBI double, and it's now 4-1 for Boston.
He now has 3 RBIs
3
today.
RBIs today. Jake Stahl out of
2 outs, man on
just
second.
picked this game to have a good game. Wagner. So Jake Stahl's done his job, and Graney has not, and I think that's going to be the everlasting last game, and it's going to be Chesh. I like the name. Charlie Chesh. Playing game started 11-7 at 30 years old. He gets the ground out from Wagner.
2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 8th.
Making a Bradley Turner. What's wrong? Bradley, straight out. Question in my mind
1
is,
out, base is
do
empty.
you trust your guys? Here's Turner.
1 out, man on first.
I think Greeny's a hitter too. I thought Greeny was a hitter. Yeah, I thought Greeny was a hitter. That's not. Here's LaJoie. Pops up. Gardner makes the catch. 2 away.
2 outs, man on first.
Perry will ground out. Here's check.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the 9th.
Top of the 9th, 4-1. And Katie will stay in. Might as well. Who's the catcher?
1 out, base is empty.
Pinch Thomas. Nope, they're going to yank him, and it's going to be Nunemaker who's going to come in 2 for 4. And he lines out to Bradley, 2-0.
2 outs, base is empty.
And Harry Hooper. 0 for 17. They're going to let him hit. Nope.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 9th.
4-1. No major moves. Here's Clark. The second base. Possible error. This could be big. Tis not.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Stovall. Put it in the motion. Light out the third. It looks like this game's over.
2 outs, base is empty.
And a lot of people thought Collins was going to be taken out. It's the third game set match. The 1912 Red Sox.
Boston wins the game. Goodbye, everybody.
For the 1912 Red Sox. As Collins beats Berger and he's the MVP, why not? So 4-1, Red Sox win the game and the series by that same margin. Now let's take a look at the other games. 1920 Cleveland 53 Yankees are 2-2, and it's going to be the Yankees who will go to Cleveland up 3-2. Gorman beats Faith. Speaker went deep for Cleveland, but Joe Collins of deep for the Yankees. Washington Cleveland, and it's the 47 Cleveland squad goes into Washington with the 3-2 lead. Bob Feller for the second time wins against Bum Hadley. Manouche goes deep for Washington. Peck goes deep for Cleveland. San Fran, Los Angeles. It is San Fran who will take that 3-2 series lead back home. The 61 squad winning 12-5. McCormick beats Fernando. Stu Miller picks up the save, even though it was 12-5. Cepeda went deep twice. Harvey Kuhn went deep for San Fran. Pedro Guerrero and Marshall went deep. Yeah, Guerrero's got 5 home runs, but nothing to show for it somehow. The 2016 Cubs go back home up 3-2, 7-1. Kendricks beats Dennis Martinez. Chris Bryant goes deep for the third time. Eddie Murray, the only run for Baltimore. Okay, so 3-1s. Did the 1911 A's win? The answer is yes, they did. They take out the 1930 Cubs. Yeah, so number 49 took out number 16. Yeah, 30 Cubs won that series. That's why they were high ranked. But the A's win 6-5. Coombs, the second win over Nelson. Hack Wilson, Heathcote, and Garnett, Gabby Harnett all went deep for the Cubs. But they still lost. The Blue Jays. Did they do it? Yes, they did. Yes. Blue Jays series time. Sorry, I had to say it. 4-1. Steve, for the second straight game, wins, and Willie Upshaw goes deep. So the 85 Blue Jays are on to round 2. Now, as long as they don't fuck up round 2 and lose by... If they lose in 6 or 7, that's okay. But if they lose in 4 or 5, they're in deep trouble. Probably. We'll see how many Game 7s we have. The 93 White Sox will win the series. They take out the 41 Red Sox and make Ted Williams a loser. 13 beats 52. 93 Team 7-5. Blackjack McDowell beats Newsom. Hernandez picks up his third save. Raines and Karkovice go deep. Tim Raines going deep. Wow. And he's the MVP. Jimmy Fox, double X with his third home run for Boston. 60 Pirates will not win. They don't. Oakland will go back to Pittsburgh. Well, they go back to Pittsburgh. 3-1. Stewart beats friend. Konsenko goes deep. So Oakland will force a Game 6 back in Pittsburgh. And the 47 squad takes out the 61 squad. So the M&M boys got taken out by the DiMaggio's boys. So DiMaggio took out Manto. 44 takes out 21. Yeah, the 61 Yankees won that thing last one. Spec Shea beats Bud Daly. Manto and Berra go deep, but Lindell and DiMaggio go deep. So we are down to 5 games tomorrow. So yeah, 6 series ended today. So we are down to 5. We have the 53 Yankees against the 1920 Indians at Dunn Field. Griffith Stadium hosts the 1947 Indians against the 1930 Senators. Wrigley Field hosts the 1979 Arizona and 2016 Cubs. Candlestick hosts the 85 Dodgers and 61 Giants. And Forbes will host the 90 A's against the 60 Pirates. There are 5 potential chances for a Game 7. We had, 7? Yeah, we had 7 last tournament, but only 1 went to 7. So the way I look at it is that we probably will see 2. I'm predicting right now we'll see 2 Game 7. I say 2, 1 or 2. So we'll probably have 1 or 2 Game 7s. So that means that the second round you can't lose in 4 or 5, because if you do, you're in deep trouble. So yeah, I predict 2 Game 7s for and all that. I said 3 last time, and we only had 1. But yeah, we're down to 5 series, and two of the five teams, the 53 Yankees and the 47 Indians, not only are those the two TV matches tomorrow, but they go on the road up 3-2. The other three teams, the Cubs, the Giants, and the Pirates, can win game 6 on their own turf. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Anyhow, Jeff Diamond, adieu.